guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Raquelle Lynnette, if you're new here. For the rest of Kel's crew, thank you guys for tuning back in. As you see today, we have a little bit of a, I would say a rant slash story time. Meg the Stallion, like what the heck is going on? It was a trigger for me because if you guys didn't know, I was in an abusive relationship that I don't really talk about, but we're going to touch on it a little bit today. So if you're interested in seeing how I came up with this look and what I got to say, you're more than welcome to continue on watching. We're going to go ahead and jump right in. Hello mates, so we're just going to go ahead and jump right in as per usual. I am having a little bit of texture in my skin. Coming back from Georgia. My friend told me that like when she first went out there, the water was really messing with her skin, and I literally had a reaction to the water, so that sucks, but we're gonna push past it. I'm gonna go ahead and wake my skin up with the Farsali Rose Gold Skin Elixir, but I wanted to come on here because y'all, this whole drama with Meg the Stallion and Tory Lanez just hit home for me, and it's like really scary. So I just felt like I should just come on here and like try to make an analysis and just talk about the tacky situation that is going on. I mean, come on, like what the hell? So these are the Daily Greens by Pharmacy, and I really like this moisturizer. All right, now I'm gonna go and prime my face. So I'm just using the Benefit Professional, the original one, to prime my face. I don't know where I've been, y'all. I didn't know that they were like dating. I just thought they get on lives together and like have a good time, right? So when I hear that they're partying with Kylie Jenner, which is kind of funny, but you know, you can't really judge these Hollywood people because Hollywood's a different universe. But like, if you come out so hard repping with Jordan, why would you go hang out at Kylie's house? That's just like against girl code to me, because you do kind of owe the first person that you're friends with that loyalty. But I guess when clout and celebrity is involved, then that goes out the window. That just seems so fake to me. That just seems fake. I don't care how friendly Meg the Stallion is, as we see. She just is super friendly, but that being super friendly with everybody is not always the best thing to do, especially when you're dealing with the Kardashian clan. And that's not saying anything about them, but like, why would Kylie want to hang out with you after you were hanging out with Jordan in the first place? Doesn't that seem fishy to you? It seems fishy to me. I would wonder, like, why do you want to hang out with me? But since, again, the status, I guess, is a completely different, all the loyalty and the morale goes out of the window when you're sitting on like all that money, right? You want to be associated with the Kardashians is what I'm saying. You know what I mean? But it's still tacky. So that was like start number one for me towards a Meg. And I really like Meg. Like, she's one of the few artists that I've ever even bought merch for. Alright, so I'm going to prime my eyes using the Uma Beauty concealer. This is in T1. I just like to prime my eyes with this. It's super thick concealer, so it stays and stuff, you know. But yeah, so dissecting everything. You know, Kylie is super rich. We're in quarantine, you know, you can have people over under a certain amount. The opportunity came up for Meg, I guess, you know, to go hang out with Kylie Jenner, and most people in their right mind would be like, oh yeah, hey, why not? And she did. But like what happened from Kylie's house in the car? Like, what the heck, man? So I'm using my Natasha Denona. This is the bronze palette. I reviewed this. If you guys didn't see, you can go check this out, but I'm just going to be doing the same look that I did, because this has actually been my like everyday go-to look. Okay, so then Tory and Meg, they get to the car or whatever. There's a scuffle for some reason. Of course, there's like, I can recall the drunken nights when you're trying to have a conversation with your significant other. It's not going right. You guys aren't seeing eye to eye, and things get heated, right? However, I don't think that he was ever armed, or, you know what I mean? Like, I've never been in the situation where a guy had a gun, or that I knew had a gun, and was threatening my life. And how scary of a situation. The entire world is watching you. Everyone's judging you. Everybody wants to throw shade towards you on the shade room. rather than sit down and dissect the issues, dissect what the hell happened. Why is it always a joke when it comes to black women? You know what I mean? Like, she could have literally, we don't know what happened. We don't know the fine details right now. But 9 times out of 10, whatever she did didn't warrant for her getting shot. And it's disgusting to see black men, 50 Cent, who I have never liked. I never have. I've always been a Ja Rule fan. So anyways, I'm going to post and show what he posted about Meg Thee Stallion. How classless and how rude. As if coming from a person who's been shot 9 times. How could you joke about that? Because she's black? Not just because she's black, because she's a darker, she's not light skinned, she's not exotic, so it's a fucking joke. And again, I've never liked him, so it's not surprising to me. It's just disgusting, you know. And it just lets you down, because I just feel like Tory Lanez is a black man. If he is the one who pulled the trigger, which they're not confirming or denying, so 9 times out of 10 it was him. Who the hell protects black women? Who? Me, you know, I have never really talked about this on my channel because I'm still like kind of embarrassed and still dealing and working through the hurt and the trauma from what I went through. But it just really hits home because I was in an abusive relationship for a long time, and it's very isolating. And when you call the police aren't looking at you as if you're a victim. It's always, what have you done as a black woman? If I was Caucasian and I fucking call the police and say there's an African American man attacking me, there would be 10 squads over there in 10 seconds. But me dating a white guy, I was never taken seriously. He was rarely arrested. They took the threats not seriously, and I was in danger all the time. So I had to get out of that situation and basically save myself, because nobody was going to stand up and protect or help me. No, and I escaped. I moved to Vegas, and I'm safe now. But in those situations, who and what would protect me? So it's scary because it's a traumatic situation for Meg. She's dealing with fame. You know, she's rising, she's growing, affects her image. And not only that, like, she's probably heartbroken because that was her boyfriend. Who fucking shot her? Like, who shot her? Are you kidding? How traumatic is this? And people want to laugh and joke at her pain. I understand, you know, in a situation, things get heated when you have alcohol going and whatever other drugs or whatever is going on or whatever they do in Hollyland. It should never get to the point where a weapon is pulled on a woman. Megan would be in jail if she'd done something, right? So I'm pretty sure she wasn't trying to shoot him. I'm pretty sure his life was not in danger. I'm pretty sure he was not threatened. He was strapped, and Meg has her own money. I'm sure there was no liability on his part. Like, I'm sure he was not in fear of his life to pull a trigger. Hypothetically, since they're not confirming or denying that it was him, but he is in jail, so, you know, he looks guilty right now in my eyes. I ask who protects black women because I feel as if black men have failed me over and over in my life personally. And seeing this situation at hand with Meg Thee Stallion, I feel like black men are failing her as well. And we are in this whole civil rights movement. We're trying to fight for Breonna. We're trying to fight for Elijah. We're fighting for everybody. But it just seems like it's a joke when it comes to black women. I mean, number one, Breonna Taylor's officers still are in Florida chilling, kicking it, while everybody else, you know, is starting to die down. All of the animosity seems to be dying down a little bit, but because why, when it comes to black women, no one cares? Where is that empathy? Who protects and stands up for black women? Are we just appropriated and laughed at? You know, people have gone outside their way to make black women feel as if their brown skin isn't even pretty. Like, we'll be loving ourselves, and then here comes somebody else with some shade. We'll just be minding our business, loving our melanated skin that we've been taught to not think is beautiful, with all of the health benefits and all the freaking bomb shit that comes along with having melanated skin. So it's just like, why are we being bullied? And who stands up for us? Not saying that we are victims. We literally are not victims. We are so triumphant in so many ways that always goes overlooked because they want to perpetuate this ghetto welfare queen. That just is not Black women. It really is not. There may be a small percentage, but we are the fastest group of entrepreneurs and business owners in the United States. Everyone fails to talk about, and it just seems like it's more acceptable to hate Black women or throw shade or not think of us as beautiful and smart and overlook us and try to clown us and make jokes of us. So it's unfortunate. Everyone's looking at like what Meg did wrong or what happened rather than fucking looking at the fact that she got shot. She got shot. That is outrageous. I mean, or they're like, she's too friendly. So I can, like, honestly, I guess I would agree and say that she is a little bit too friendly for my liking. At first I thought it was cool because it was bringing the rap game together and stuff. And, like, you know, she's being friendly with all the rappers, people in her niche, you know, bringing all the rappers together. I thought that was cute. But this hanging out with Jordan Woods and then going back and hanging out with Kylie Jenner just seems a little fake and dangerous. Like, I don't know who in their right mind does that. Because if my friend did that, you know, you wouldn't be my friend anymore. I don't care if you are new to celebrity. I don't care. And the way Meg comprehends things is she just says, basically, as she says in her lyrics, you can't handle me. Nobody's about to tell me what I'm going to do. She's very rebellious. She is very strong-willed and minded. She's probably not taking advice from her publicist or her close friends because she just, you know, she thinks she's going to do whatever she wants to do. And I understand. I've been there. I've been 25. I've been there. I understand. But at the same time, you are going to grow to wish that you would have listened to some of your mentors, your friends, you know, and take the safer route, I guess. I don't know. She was in the super bougie neighborhood. Like, how much safer can you get? Yes, I understand. But, like, if this man has gone to the extreme to shoot you, I'm sure there's been other red flags before this. I'm sure there has. It always escalates to more. I don't think that he just freaked out and shot her off GP or whatever people say. I think something else had to transpire, you know? So you gotta look at the red flags, no matter how good, you know, things are in the relationship, no matter what holds you, you have to know your worth. And Meg, like, you're a celebrity. Like, everybody wants her. She's like the it girl right now. Why would you hang on to the abusive relationship everybody's saying? Like, why would you hang on? Because it's more than just what people think. It's hard to break free of habits, especially Meg. You know, she's mourning her mom. Her mom died. She's new to the celebrity life. She don't know who's real and who's fake. And if you find something that you think is real, it's going to be hard to let go of that. So I don't blame her. It's just, it's sad. So I'm using my Fenty Beauty Pro Filter foundation in 385. So for me, growing up in the neighborhood that I grew up in, I didn't grow up with a lot of money. We're poor, actually. I'm not even gonna front. Like, it's hard for me to talk about. But just a little bit about my childhood. As I'd stated in a previous video, my mom only dates Black men, right? And I did not have the best stepdad growing up. I saw every negative thing that could be presented in a Black man. Every single negative that you would think I saw, besides heavy drug use or alcoholism. Everything else was bad. Rather than feeling protected by my stepdad, I always felt as if I was a victim. I was always doing something wrong, and he was never there for me as a father figure. He was just my mom's husband, and he was very mean, verbally abusive, and I already didn't have a relationship with my own dad. I was the only one who didn't have a relationship with their dad, and then this male figure was brought in, and he did more damage than good. He actually made me not like Black men at all. I just saw every single negative, and that picture in my mind just was disgusting. So not only did I have that stereotype in my mind about Black men, I also wasn't light-skinned. I also didn't have like the best clothes. I was flat-chested, you know what I mean? So Black boys didn't steer towards me in school. Now I'm gonna take so they never made, Black guys never really hit on me. I remember one time this one kid in 7th grade told me that like I was hanging out with white girls, and he was like, oh, you have to pick whether you want to be white or black. All the while he was on the basketball team and most of his friends were white. And I just don't understand why I was presented with that. Boys started like noticing me, I guess. I would say boys started noticing me when I was around September, right? So September when I was in 9th grade. And at first it was the African boy and the white boy, and then the African boy ended up leaving the school, but we kept in contact on MySpace and stuff, and we ended up going to high school together and stuff. So he was like my friend, you know what I mean? He was just like my friend, and he had seen women being treated differently, or like how a man should act in African culture. So he responded to me a little bit different. Rather than not loving my brown skin, he actually thought my brown skin was beautiful. And then the white boy, we had gone to elementary school together, and he started just noticing. He was like, dang, you get your nails done, oh, you're so cute, blah, 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 blah. And then me and him, the guy, I almost said his name, we had a crush on each other for months, y'all, like for months. And I was so shy. And then there was this other guy, he was a really tall basketball player that everybody liked, and he prided himself on only dating light skin or white girls. And he told me the only reason he dates white girls or light skinned girls is because he only dated the light skinned girls because their moms were white and they had transportation and they could have company over, and all of the black girls that he liked or talked to, their moms weren't having that. He literally straight up told me that. He said for money and transportation is why he likes these girls. But given his reputation, he was like the star basketball team person. He was super popular and he was hilarious. And we just literally created a friendship. It always was that. I always created a friendship for guys because I was like the ugly duckling. I never had too much body or anything. I started getting my butt when I was like in 8th grade. But I've always been flat-chested, and I wasn't allowed to wear makeup or do anything, and not allowed to jazz myself up, didn't have the best clothes. So I literally was just twerking off my personality, and he ended up liking me. And coincidentally, he was best friends with the white boy who I had a crush on, or we were crushing on each other. Long story short, Sadie Hawkins, or not Sadie Hawkins, like the spring dance for the 9th graders, we were like, because our junior highs in Minnesota go from 7th through 9th, so the 9th graders were at the top of the class. We had a spring dance, and I wanted to go with the white boy, and I was thinking he was going to ask me. The same day, I'm thinking that he's going to ask me because he's hinting around to it. The tall black boy, African-American boy, he's like, you can't go to the dance with so-and-so. I'm like, why? He was like, no, first he was like, who are you going to the dance with? I was like, I think me and so-and-so are gonna go. He was like, oh, I wouldn't go with him. I was like, why? He was like, because he says he runs you. I remember this, you guys. I have a really good memory. I was like, what? And then so I talked to the white boy, and I was like, well, he said that you run me and this and that you can do whatever you want, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, why would you listen to him? He lies at least 3 times a day. He probably likes you. That's why he's telling you that. So I'm saying all of that to say this. I just have never really had a good experience with black men. They either make me feel ugly, they try to clown me, they're verbally abusive to me, or they play mind games like that. Like, you couldn't just tell me that you liked me to save your reputation, so you messed up me going to the dance with your friend because you wanted to go with me, but you didn't want to see us happy. Yeah, I have so many bad experiences, and it's not like I'm not attracted to black men or I don't think they're excellent. It's not that at all. And that's really what everybody's always thought about me. It goes deeper than appearance, boo. It goes way deeper than that. It is a traumatic experience for me that I'm trying to work through. Just, for me coming up, it was never like an open discussion. I was always viewed as weird for dating outside of my race. I'm like the only person in my family who dates outside of the race, by the way. I really am. I'm the only one with mixed kids. And it's for that reason, and it's crazy that some people can't think deep enough to figure like, oh hey, maybe there's another reason other than appearance. Because I've had black boyfriends, they've always played with my heart. They've always played with my heart and mind. Not saying that other races haven't, because my kid's dad is white and he was a demon. Hello. So the camera died. Where was I? Somewhere in junior high, talking about how black guys used to play me. So also another thing that I wanted to touch on. So I put my lashes on. These are the Anti-Lashes by Anti-Gorgeous. If you haven't already, go support her. Black owned influencer, black owned business. It's an influencer company that is black owned. Why would you not stand? These are really, really good. I've been using these a lot. I really love them. I kept them home in Atlanta because I didn't want to lose them. You feel me? These are really good and they're really, really pretty. So I lined my eyes with the Maybelline liner, and yeah, I got these lashes on. So now I'm picking up this brand new Charlotte Tilbury. Sorry y'all, I love this bronzer. It is so good. It's like a creamy freaking matte. I don't know what it is. Something sent from the heavens. Just gives me a really, really sun-kissed look. I actually used a bronzer that I was supposed to. Who am I? Anyways, so another thing I wanted to talk about, touch on from the subject of the 9th grade and the black boy. It's like he didn't like the fact that I was talking to a white guy, and it was kind of like a blow to his ego to see me be happy with him rather than him stepping up and saying, hey, I like you. He would rather destroy what we had because he didn't want to see me with a white boy. I can't. So, you know, that sets the tone from me and honestly, my kid's dad. I met him when I was 16 and I was always in love with him. So it wouldn't have mattered if anybody was black, Hispanic, it wouldn't have mattered. I was just dead set on him. So that's why I haven't dated a lot, because I was in a long-term relationship with my kid's dad. But as a teenager, I had 3 black boyfriends, they're all different black guys, right? And each of them kind of failed me in a sense, not like cheating or anything. It was like morals. Like one of them was a preacher's son, and he allowed the entire church to talk about me, and he didn't stand up for me. You know, I've never felt protected by black men. I never have felt respected or protected, which is why I typically don't steer towards them, and they all think I'm random anyways. Just want to know who protects black women, and how can you have these expectations of us when this is all we're presented with? We're getting shot, we're getting killed with your kids, like we're getting dragged on social media calling us dogs or like nappy headed, or at any point trying to roast us just for being black, and your mom's black. It's just really, it's kind of old. It was just old and depressing, and I just always felt like, well, hey, if a black guy's not going to church with me, somebody else will. And that's exactly what happened. God, there's so much texture on my skin right now. This is just like the perfect flush. This is the perfect flush of color, Charlotte. Thank you for making this for me. I appreciate it. All right. So now I'm gonna get a brush out of the Saharan, I'm gonna get a blush out of the Saharan palette. I'm gonna use Tau. I've really been loving this orange. So yeah, that's just, it's kind of even embarrassing. It's really embarrassing because they're such talented artists, and I'm sure whatever was happening did not warrant for him to pull out a damn gun and shoot the girl. Like, shooting is an extreme, it's stereotypical and scary. Like, I just feel like if this would have happened to anybody else, a black woman, maybe even fair skinned, people would have jumped to her defense, but they want to clown Megan. They want to clown Megan even though she works hard for everything, and she's very outspoken about she's going to do what she wants, this and that. And it just sucks that she can't be coddled in a sense, and we embrace her and embrace this traumatic experience that happened to her. The internet just wants to joke about somebody's pain. It's disgusting because anyone else would have some type of sympathy along with the hashtag, but with Megan's hashtag is jokes, or just being non-sympathetic because she shouldn't have been hanging around those people. Regardless of what, she was in a safe neighborhood. The only thing I said was that her and Jordan were friends and then she hung out with Kylie. That doesn't warrant her setting herself up for anything because it wasn't Kylie's doing. You know what I mean? That's two completely different situations. She came with a guy who shot her. Like, who predicts that? Who can really protect themselves from that? Like I said, I'm sure that there were red flags, but at the same time, I'm gonna line my lips really quick. My lips are so dry, I don't know. All right, my lips are all lined. I'm going to use this Fenty Beauty. This is in the shade Unbuttoned. This is a super peachy lipstick. You have to let it dry down a little bit. There's so much product in here. Seriously. I let it dry down a little. And I blend my lips together. And it's like the perfect matte nude lip. Perfect. I mean perfect. Like, and I'm a gloss girl. Y'all know I'm a gloss girl. So this speaks volumes, okay? Now I'm gonna set my face with this Beauty Bakery. I really like this. It's the Prayer of a Sweet Lover. Woo! Forward. I would like to see in the future Black men actually standing up for Black women, because like if they don't stand up for us, like who is? Like they're supposed to be, I mean, our protector. Let's keep it a real, like they're supposed to be our protectors. I just don't see too much protecting going on. I see a lot of abuse, a lot of generational slave mentality thinking of, you know, not liking brown or dark brown women, you know, like it's a disgrace, or like always just clowning us all at every chance that they can get, rather than embracing us and building us up. They're supposed to be the blueprint, and it's just disappointing. I'm actually gonna go try to put some bumps in this because it ain't working out too good. I'm gonna try to go put some more curls in this, and I will be right back. So I put a couple more. So I put a few more curls in this. I don't know. I just thought it'd be a little bit more voluminous. Y'all know I can't say that word. So I thought I'd be able to live without a gloss. I can't. So I'm just putting a little bit of the Fenty Glass Slipper, just a touch, just to give it the gloss, because I don't know who I am without it. Alright y'all, so this is the final look. Thank you for letting me rant. I just want to close this out in saying that I hope Meg is getting the emotional support that she needs. I pray in the future that she finds a love interest that doesn't have any type of hidden agenda, any type of abusive tendencies, and that she can come back and forgive herself and move forward with someone else who cherishes her life, has respect for her, you know, because what we're attracted to isn't necessarily what is good. And I learned the hard way. And I was stuck in a relationship for years, just wanting to have the two-parent home. So not even having children, I feel like she could ease out of these habits and come into herself and really, really just steer away from these horrific incidents. I'm also hoping that Black men, in a time like this, I mean, Black women always have Black men's back. We always do. Regardless if we date them or not, we always stand. Go the hardest for them. I would just love to see them go so hard for us. Not a lighter woman, a brown-skinned woman like me or darker. I would love to see y'all go harder for us. We deserve it. We've put in the work. We fucking birthed you. We've raised you. I would like to see that. It's disgusting that I even saying this. I don't want my daughter to go through that. She might have a different experience since she is a light-skinned woman, or she will be a light-skinned woman, but it's just disgusting that this is still happening. Leave Meg alone. You never know what someone's going through. It's always easy to talk, but you've never been in a domestic partner's if you've never even been with a domestic partner, it's ignorant for you to even speak on the issue. So yeah, I just wanted to get that off my chest. I don't have any ill feelings towards Black men. I'm just telling you my life experiences and how I'm working through them. And it's a trigger when I see Meg, one of my most liked celebrities at the moment, going through this BS. So wishing her love and healing. Thank you guys so much for watching this. I know it was kind of maybe all over the place a little bit. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Hopefully you like the look. Even though this hair is flat, I'm not digging it. Oh my god. A little bit upset. It's upsetting me and my homegirls. You know the vibes. If you haven't already, please give me a thumbs up if you liked this video. Go ahead, subscribe to my channel. Stay around a while. Watch a few other of my videos. I promise you'll like me. And I'll see y'all here in my next video. Bye.